Okay, not so much easier. Yes, I know it's been a year. Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm bringing to you a whole lot of joy. Almond Joy, and they're pretty dang simple. So, let me get some gloves on, and we will start. First up, 676 grams, or 2 cups of corn syrup. Dang it. Now the halo's back in the light. I was trying to adjust the cameras. That's what I get. Oh well. I'll fix it in a minute. Get yourself one of these paddles off of Amazon if you're working with big buckets of corn syrup. Makes life a lot easier. Woo! Oh, we're close. We're there. Oh, we're over. I'll get it out. Hold on. Bada bing. There we go. I'm fixing this halo. This light. Right there. It's not perfect, but it's better. All right. Next up, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of butter, 4 tablespoons, and I'm going to slice it up into little pieces. Makes life so much easier when it comes time to melt. Okay, not so much easier. You know what I mean, right? Now, we need 1 teaspoon of salt. Come on out, baby. Just sprinkle it in there, however you want to do it. Now, you need 1 cup of granulated sugar. I'm using my baker's sugar, which looks like this right here. You don't have to use it. I like it. It melts faster. But I do use C&H brand pretty much exclusively for all my candy making, except for when it comes to sanding my gummies. I use all kinds of different sugars. You'll see that as time goes on. Yes, I know it's been a year. We're gonna put this on high heat and allow it to come to a boil. But first, I need to get rid of the scale. All right, while we wait for that to boil, grab yourself a 9x9 baking pan, something like such. Woo! And we're gonna butter it up. Didn't realize how melty it was. All right, well, that sucked. Get your hands in there with a glove on. Doesn't have to be super perfect either. Now once it's greased up like this, I like to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe off the excess because it doesn't have to be super crazy. Shoot. All right, that's good enough. So once this comes to a boil, we're gonna stick our thermometer in there. We want it to come to 242 degrees Fahrenheit if you're at sea level. I'm about a mile high, so I take off 8 degrees. So I need 234 degrees Fahrenheit. While we're waiting, if you notice you have any sugar on the side walls of your pot here, take a napkin, a rag, or a pastry brush, or a pastry brush. Ugh, I took 4 tries to say, my goodness. And wipe down the sides, okay? Not soak it where you're getting excess water in there, which is okay, it just takes a little longer to boil out. And then you're gonna be golden. This helps the, it keeps a nice routine. It's something you'll do with hard candies and caramels, which is coming soon. So I gotta get you used to it somehow, right? All right, well, I'm gonna let that do its thing, and as soon as it starts to boil, I'll be back. All right, as you can see, it's starting to boil just a little bit. Not actually boil, but you know what I mean. We'd call it that simmering boil, but the beginning of it. Yeah, whatever. I'm cutting that out. All right, as you can see, it's starting to rock and roll down there. So I'm gonna stir it just a little bit, ever so carefully. Break down those clumps, get anything off of the sidewalls. Now it's not really 100% necessary to get the excess sugars off of the sidewalls. Like I said, it's good practice. I should say it's not 100% necessary with this recipe. Something like hard candies and caramels, however you want to say it, it is important. I cannot stress that enough. I'm gonna clip on my little handy dandy electronic thermometer here. Temperature's rising. Hopefully I'm not on the bottom. There we go. Not on the bottom. Perfect. Now, let's adjust it so y'all can see up there. Now, once we get to temperature, we're going to combine this with sweetened flaked coconut, 14 ounces, as well as a teaspoon of almond extract. 13 more degrees to go, or the softball stage. That's what we're looking for. Right back. About 10 more degrees to go. So I'm going to put the flaked coconut into a bowl. If I can get the dang thing open. Uno momento. Well, that would have been handy dandy to read about. I made very little mess. You'd probably be proud of me if you knew me. Now, you shouldn't stir this too much. Just let it do its thing, kind of like if it were a caramel. But you know me, I just want to make sure everything's all melty-delty and mixed with each other. Super yummy though, I'm going to tell you that much right now. Put this to the side. It smells good, especially if you're using the adult butters. Woo! Ooh, smells even better. A lot of the adult stuff I do is in the winter because it's just so much easier to handle. We're almost there, so I'm turning up the heat just a little more just to get us there a little quicker. Know what I'm saying? Not even a teaspoon of waste. Awesome. I'm gonna get this mixed in there. We're not pouring it in yet, just getting it ready. As soon as we take it off the heat, that's when we'll pour it in. Oh, I love the smell of almond extract. Almost has a cherry smell to it. I love that stuff. 5 more degrees. I hope I'm recording. Yeah, it's recording. Once we combine the two, we're gonna let it sit for anywhere from 15-20 minutes, however long it takes to cool. You can throw it in the fridge if you've got room, cover it with tin foil, let it cool down. And then we're going to form it, and that's when the fun happens, because then we'll be dipping them in chocolate. 4 more degrees. I actually like to take it off about 1 degree higher than what my average is. So instead of 234, I'll be pulling it at 235. And that's because I'm not quite a mile. I'm in there somewhere. And so it's like a half degree. And in case you didn't know, for every 1,000 feet of elevation above sea level, you take away 2 degrees in Fahrenheit. The waiting game's the worst. Absolutely the worst. But I can use this time to tell you, I've got some fun stuff planned. I'm going to do some new segments coming up soon, and I've been shopping the idea around with the family, and it seems like I'm onto something. So I hope you stick around for those. One such thing is trying out new stuff, like candies, sodas, whatever, what have you. And I'm thinking once a month I'm going to do an adult version where I'm trying alcohols, right? Sweet alcohols, whatever, that I can then turn into gummies or use as inspiration for gummies. It's nothing I don't do already, so I think you'll really enjoy it. And if it's a hit, I'll bring it in twice a month, 4 times a month, no more than that. Oh, 235, we're there, baby. Let me give it a stir just to make sure nothing's a sticking. Okay, take it off the heat, turn off the heat, and then we'll take it off the heat. Ooh, these are hot, forgot about that. Let me grab something. Set it down on my favorite oven mitt. Now, let's take our almond extract and drop it in. Let's get that stirred in. Woo. Don't stand directly over it when you do that. That'll clear your sinuses. All right, now it's time to combine. Oh, that's hot still. Need a pot holder again. Plop it in, stir it up, baby. Get it all in there, you know. Another thing I like to do with these is add either lemon or raspberry flavoring to it. And it's so good. That's how I do my macaroons. Oh man, let me tell you. All right, quickly grab your buttery, greasy pan and drop your mixture in. Should have grabbed my good one, my good spatula. I forgot this one flexes too much. Now these I'm turning into bars, but you can let this cool a little bit and then form it by hand to those ideal shapes that you want. Get off of my fingers. There we go. Try to flatten it as best as you can if you decide to keep them in the pan to shape them into the bars. But if it's not perfect, you can always shape them at the end. And there we go. All right. So that's how you do that part. We're going to allow this to sit in the fridge until they firm up, and then it's time to dip them. Stay tuned. All right, change of plan. I started thinking about it as it was cooling in the fridge, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to form them and show you how to do it, especially if you have adult butter in there. This is how you'll want to do it. All right, so we want to get the total weight of the full batch. So get yourself some wax paper or anything that's relatively non-stick. I already loosened this off of the pan, off camera, but it's a relatively non-stick pan. Relatively speaking, that's my word for today. Relatively. I do say. Anyway, woo! Just carefully fold it. So 1,148 grams, let's call it 1,150, just to make things easier. So if we divide this into equal parts of 50 grams, we'll get roughly 23 pieces. I'll use my little scale for that. Now for the fun part. We're going to need some chocolate. I'm using some dipping chocolate. It's not my normal stuff because I'm waiting on a shipment on that. So in the meantime, I'm using this. It's pretty good, has a nice flavor. It's not too bad. Not all compound chocolates are equal. The stuff you can get into hobby shops, it's okay, works in a pinch. But then you've got the premium compound stuff like this. Currently on Amazon, it's about 45 bucks for 5 pounds, right? Yeah, for 5 pounds. Gonna throw this into the microwave in bursts of 10 to 15 seconds until it melts. I'll be back. I had to add some more because I didn't have enough. I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just stirring and stirring. I'll be back. Needs to be hit again. All right, that looks pretty good. Nice and milky, smooth. Oh, look at that. Pretty good. I'm gonna let that cool before we dip so I can get some of these measured out. That was just a hair under. All right, I'd rather it be a hair over than under. Now you just form them into balls, squares, whatever you want to form them into. This is up to you. Something shaped like that, like a surfboard, if you will. And just put it to the side. They're pretty greasy from the butter. That's okay. To be expected. I know what you're thinking. Those aren't Almond Joys without almonds. Boom, right here, look at that. Little spaceship, if you will. So, what I like to do, put them back to back like such. Just squeeze it in there a little bit. Oh, I didn't squeeze it in there enough. Figures. There we go, just like that. Don't worry, the chocolate will keep it in place. And you can make them as heavy as you want. It really doesn't matter. Just get the final weight of the full batch and then divide it into however many pieces you want, and that'll give you the grams that you're aiming for, if that makes sense. You can even do them as a flat disc. So we're almond lovers in this house. We eat a lot of nuts, but I'm the only one that eats pecans. Freaking love them. So fine by me. This one will like this. To the flower pattern. Round it back off. And there you go, the flower pattern. 50 on the dot. Hey-o! Just have fun with it. Get creative. Do what you like. But I do like to smooth it off, no matter what size it is. That's personal preference. You don't have to. Just do what you want to do. I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me do this the whole time. So I'm just trying to get like 5 or so done, which this is number 5. And then when it's taste test time, I'll show you. I'm also gonna make some that are smaller because these are for everybody. It doesn't have adult butter. And if you didn't watch that episode on how to make adult butter, I'll link it at the end of this one. But I've got to make kid sizes too. So there's those. Let's take our dipping chocolate, give it a nice swirly whirly. Get our dipping wand, carefully set it into there. Okay, drench it on top. Tip, tip, tap, tappity, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tap. Look, it burns, tap, tappity, tap, tap. And there we go. And then you'll carefully set it off to the side, just like such. But you couldn't see that. And again, carefully dip it in, because you don't want to lose those almonds off at the top. Tappity, tap, tap all that excess chocolate off. I think I lost an almond in the bit, in the chocolate. No, I didn't. It's there. It's just deforming on me. I will say double dipping these is a good idea. So that one, we're just gonna go right into it. And tappity tap tap it all the way, baby. I can tell by dipping that it's still a little too warm, which means I can get caught up to its cooling down while making the others, forming the others. I love making chocolates. I love making candies. And I think you will too, especially once you get a hang of it. Get off, get in there. All right, enrobing. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video today. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, because I promise I have a lot of fun stuff planned. All right, when it's time to try them, I'll be back. And there they are. That's what they look like when they're all done. Pretty delicious. Looking anyway. Now let's try them. That was a grand slam. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you decide to make these and you need some help, hit me up. Until next time, I'm Burns. Bye.